I am so happy. It's like Christmas morning, if Christmas morning skipped a year. I knew the Football Manager beta was coming out today, and I think Sports Interactive had said the evening in the UK, which is the afternoon here, and there were rumors of 6 p.m., which is 1 p.m. here, and of course those were just fan rumors. Around that time, or just before that time, Sports Interactive sent out a tweet saying it's going to be 8 p.m. And sure enough, at like 8:07, the button, the blue install button on Steam showed up. We're here. I'm so excited, guys. So, a couple things I want to say before we dive right into creating a manager. First of all, I'm gonna try something, a little experiment, see what you guys think. I am starting a second channel for Football Manager content. I will still be making ASMR Football Manager videos on this channel, probably on a weekly basis, but I love this game so much, and I love playing this game with you so much. So I've made a second channel called The Long Save. I hope you think it's clever, because I think it's clever. And I'm gonna have it linked in the description box, so if you want to see more frequent Football Manager content from me, go on over there and subscribe. If everything goes smooth enough with the beta, our first video on that channel will go up tomorrow. So check the description box, search up The Long Save. That's where that content will be living. Like I said, I'll still make regular ASMR Football Manager videos on this channel, but I don't want to overdo it and alienate those of you who have no interest in Football Manager or soccer for that matter. So we're gonna find a balance. We'll see what you guys think of the second channel, but I thought it'd be fun to try it out. So thank you in advance for everyone who's going over there to subscribe. Second item of the business order. Second thing. I gotta figure out in the next like half hour which team I want to manage for the first save. First of all, shout out to Steven, who had suggested Bordeaux. He said a French side like Bordeaux, who needs to climb back up the leagues, would be interesting, and I totally agree. And that is definitely on my list for this year, for FM26. But I'm hearing that this game is so different from previous iterations of Football Manager. The Sports Interactive is encouraging us to do all the tutorials this year. They've even gone so far as to state that it might be, and I've seen reviewers say the same thing, it might be an easier game for people who are coming in and who are new to the franchise in comparison to people who have been playing for years and years and years. That's how different they're saying that this game is. So I'm at the point now, so I all this to say, my first save needs to be in the English system. It's the one I know best. So I'm putting Bordeaux on the list for things to come this year. I've narrowed it down to 2 English clubs. The first one, again, I haven't dived in here yet, but I'm assuming, as you guys have told me, that the same tiers of the English system are available this year. If there are no lower tiers than the National League North and South, then the lowest league team that I'm looking at managing for this beta save is Dagenham and Redbridge. They had a last day heartbreak last season. I think they were sent down by a single point on the final day. It's a win elsewhere that was sort of the nail in the coffin. And now in real life, it's October, it's almost November, and the Daggers are now low in the National League South. I think they're low. I think they're safe from relegation, but just. And so that would be like the redemption save, right? The Daggers were in League One like less than 15 years ago. So it would be the climb back up, and for the reasons I just named, it seems like an interesting team to manage. Not to mention, something I like, and this is the case for the other team that I'm going back and forth on. They hired a new manager this year for this season. So in this case, Lee Bradbury. Not only that, but they also signed Andy Carroll this season, which, as a Newcastle fan, is appealing to me. It'd be pretty cool to manage Andy Carroll. And then the last thing that I was like, oh, this is a good one. This club goes back to you can trace it back to the 1800s, but it was reformed in 1992, which is Auntie's birth year. So all of those things said, I was like, the Daggers, Dagenham and Redbridge would be a really fun first save, non-league to league team to manage. The other option was actually suggested by Liam, and Liam said there's an interesting team based in the National League of English Football, 5th tier. They are called Forest Green Rovers. Now, I knew about the Rovers. I played Football Manager and FIFA AFC long enough to know about the Rovers. But what I didn't know is what Liam said next. He said, I say interesting because they are a completely vegan and carbon neutral team. Their new stadium is being built now, is made almost completely out of sustainably sourced wood. Also, considering the league they are in, they have a lot of money because they are owned by a green energy company. I think they would be good for a long-term playthrough. Very interesting. I myself am not vegan, I'm vegetarian. You may not have known that. But I think it's like a very cool, sort of different team to look into. They also have a new manager this year in Robbie Savage. And the difference is that they've actually been doing quite well. But they did lose £3 million, I think, last year. And I'll say this right now. biggest hole in my football manager game is the finances. I think I'm pretty good with money in real life. But in football manager, I struggle so much. So that could be an interesting challenge for me, is to try to manage those financials for the club, as well as to try to climb up the pyramid. So those are the two teams that I'm debating. Again, usually for like a non-league to league, park to prem, I start way at the bottom, but Forest Green Rovers are almost too interesting to skip out on. So let me know in the comments which one of these teams you think I should manage first. Let me know which other saves you'd like to see throughout the year. And I will also put a poll in our community tab just to get a sense of whether you guys are leaning heavily towards one team or the other. Now, with all that housekeeping out of the way, let's... Don't it feel good to be back in the locker room? So like I said, we are gonna jump right in and start our journey. Now, the whole point of this video is to create a manager, so I think we'll go there, and I'm assuming that when I set up a career, I'll be able to just pull in the manager, because I need to figure it out, and I need to hear from you. So for now, let's just go to create a manager. And with the new Unity engine, it's going to be a whole new experience, I think. So it says, let's start by defining your physical appearance. Select a preset character model before refining by using the ba. Understood. Now, I don't think that so far there's the face import, picture import feature that we had so much fun with in previous years, but let's see, does she kind of look like me for a good place to start, or is she Asian? I don't know, but she might be a good place to start anyway, because the other option would be her, yeah. Anyway, let's just start with her. Okay, so that's just the template to start. And then we're gonna go body. To be fair, like, I could never rock this suit in person, but she looks good. Okay, body type. Oh, do I need to move? I said should, not what it sounded like. Maybe I'll make myself a little bit smaller so you can see what's going on. How's that? That's pretty good. Okay, so what are we on here? Body type. What are my options, really? Oh, okay, she just gets... Okay. Skin tone looks... I mean, I'm pretty pale. I had a couple weeks in the sun, like in the desert this summer. And that helped a little bit with the paleness, but it's starting to go away now. Okay, this is creepy because I'm around there. These are so specific. Oh, probably because in centimeters. Yeah. Alright, let's call it 5 and a 1/7 of an inch. Great. Head. Face shape. I'm not gonna get into sculpting right now, because I've talked about this. on this channel before, I can spend hours upon hours in character creation on any game. So for your sake, I'm going to try to keep things cool and moving along. I guess I'm going to go by whichever profile. Okay, the hair is one, because like the details of my face, not that important. Although I hope we can give her smoother skin. What's important is the hair. So let's get like an accurate color. My hair would be between those two. Let's figure out our hairstyle. So, oh, that's okay. I thought maybe I could filter it out, but this is a good contender. But let's just go through them. I have enough hair to do that, but I probably wouldn't. That's the one we started with. Oh no, that's not the one we started with. My hair's naturally wavy, but not curly. She looks like she's about to lead some military. Okay, let's keep going. We'll find something. I mean, that ponytail that we randomly landed on earlier is probably the right one. I like the high pony. I don't like what's going on with her hairline. That's a lot of scalp. So, and that's, okay, we're either gonna do this one or this one. And unless you guys have strong opinions in the comments, we'll go with this one. Eyebrows seem fine. Eyes, I don't want to muck around too much with the settings for your sake. The eye color is right. Should I wear an eye patch though? Ears. My ears, I barely have an earlobe. They are not pierced. Whoops. Nose. Again, kind of leave things as they are. Well, I was gonna say no need for cosmetics, but a little blush hide my too textured skin. No, that looks like I got punched in the face. That's base makeup. I mean, we don't do a wing in this house. We can do a little, oh, it's eyeliner. What? But they don't have the option of mascara, so. Should we go goth? Should we be a goth manager? A little smoky eye. Alright, let's add a little zhuzh. Okay, so it's either lots of beauty. No. Oh, where are freckles? Oh, skin details. A little color on our lips? No. No. We could go full goth. Okay, what? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? We're doing that. Skin details. Okay, so they gave me this skin. Okay, no, I just have a little bit of rough skin. Very cool that they have these options, though. I have freckles. Probably can't tell on camera. I don't have this many freckles, though. I think since we just have the one, what do they call it here? Beauty mark. Mine's here. Hers is pretty close. And by hers, of course, I mean mine. Alright. And now the outfit. Very important. So I guess we can just cycle through options here. I guess the biggest question is like, are we playing in cold weather? Are we a tracksuit manager, or are we a suit manager? Because look, I've worked with, as some of you know, with Katrina Pedersen, and the problem is that none of these suits will look as good as hers do. So I think we're gonna go with tracksuits. Now, just a sweater situation for now, right? Sweater or t-shirt. I'm sure we can change this later. I kind of like, I'm an auntie, you know, I like the high tuck, the high cut pants with the tucked in t-shirt. Maybe we'll do that. And then we'll change depending on what kind of weather we're playing in. Yeah, I'm just, what's the word that I'm looking for? Embracing my old ladiness. Except that I usually wear black in my daily life. Now here's a question. What happens then if I go to tops? Okay, you can just mix and match a little bit, which is cute. See, I could do like, oh, I'm not wearing it. I could do the sweater. Oh, that is a matching set. I'll probably end up in this sweater in the long run, but at this point I've committed to the tucked in shirt, the tucked in t-shirt. Now, trainers it is. Necklaces is under the shirt, and it clips. Wristwatch, we should wear a watch, shouldn't we? With black, we're gonna make it silver. We're gonna make it, oh yeah, let's go all black. Roy Kent style. Great. Now that the important work is done, we can go in and talk about the technical stuff. So I guess we're just gonna make me at this point, right? I'm using we'll use my name. Oh gosh. Nothing to see here, look away, just there's something happening over there. What's happening on my screen right now is not important. We'll just I don't know what happened there, that was weird. We're going like real life here. Do any Brits want to marry me? 'Cause I think it would, or at least in previous iterations of the game, having that second nationality would probably help down the road. Yeah, okay. If we're going true to life, then again, this will maybe matter more when we're doing like a journeyman save and going other places, but that is me. Okay. Your overall managerial ability. This is where we're gonna have to start going a little bit outside of reality. Your overall ability is reflected in your reputation. Later you will have a chance to refine this via specializations. Okay, so you can see that the first consideration in determining who you are is your credentials. These are your past achievements from which your reputation is derived. So, what level did you reach in your football playing career? generational superstar, continental icon, domestic champion, top tier contender, second tier star, lower league veteran. We didn't play. Oh, wait, continue. There's more. How likely you are to land a top job, especially when unemployed. How likely you are to lose your job if results go against you. Okay. So you've now ready to set up your credentials. We found the first bug. That should be your. After you've done that, we'll look at your non-playing career to date. Let's do it. Oh, okay, interesting. This is brand new. Tell the world about any previous non-playing roles. This will build the story of who you are and lay the foundations for any later specialization, but will not contribute to your reputation. I love this. I mean, I'm not known for my observations and commentary, but I have worked in football media. So, how well? Okay. Right. So, this is interesting. I will do punditry in media. I don't think this will help me in the game one bit, other than maybe in the media, which is not going to help me climb the pyramid, but it's a cool new feature that brings the game closer to home for me. I've been none of these. I mean, I guess you commentator, journalist on this channel. Commentator, pundit. What's the difference between a commentator and a pundit? A commentator talks about the game, a pundit has opinions about the game. Yeah, I'm none of these. Did it say I didn't have to choose a specialization? I won't choose a specialization. How well known. I mean, some of you are across the world. In reality, let's just give ourselves a little extra realistic feature here. Next, coaching badges. What do I need? What do I need to coach at non-league? Will it tell me? You're an up-and-coming aspiring manager who's focusing on education, development, and progression pathway through each level of learning. I don't want to do none because I don't want it to prevent me from being able to play the game. So maybe we just do National A for now. Let me know your thoughts. Oh wow. Okay. It is a new game. Your reputation is set, and with that your overall managerial ability, but that does not wholly reflect who you are. Choices you continue to make here will determine your relative strengths and weaknesses. You are free to proceed with no specialties, indicating your preference for an all-around approach. I might do that, at least for this beta, at least for this first save. But let's see what the options are. I did talk in my reacting to the trailers video. I talked about mental attributes versus coaching attributes, tendencies. Interesting. Oh, I'm excited to see this flesh out as we play. Okay. Do we want to focus in on anything? Or just skip ahead? Coaching styles represent your footballing philosophy. three styles: attacking, defensive, developer, energetic, entertainer, pragmatist, specialist, system builder, tactician. And then if you click on one, reasonable, competent, average. So what are the levels then? Let me click on attacking and see. Okay, so average is better than competent, and reasonable is grayed out, so I'm gonna say it's not as good. So we're gonna leave this open for now and just say that we're gonna go general on this first save, because I don't even know which team I want to play with yet. Okay, personality. This will mainly contribute towards your mental attributes. This I feel like we can do, because you want to be a strong and recognizable leader from your team. Placing a premium on motivation and inspiration. How many can you select here? Up to 2 traits. Or do we just keep it? I mean, I've got an average people management. Should we just quit while we're ahead? Driven, disciplined, resilience, convincing, inspirational, accomplished. What do we want to go up on this right side here? Like, what will... Talk about being pragmatic. Like, what will actually help us in this game? What happens if you do this? People management goes up if you do this. People management goes up if you do this. People management goes up. Okay, so, okay. There you go. Let's just do, okay, what's important if we want to go non-league to league? Probably resilience. Convincing. Nothing has gone below competent. Although it has affected our coaching attributes. It's brought down. You know what? It's our first save. Let's just go even across. Do I want to be adaptability, determination? I feel like determination is gonna be important in this. It too. Man, you know what? YOLO. On the topic of showing my age, I just said that. This is who you are, but it does not define who you will become. Changes before you embark on your journey. No, we're committing. We're committing to her. Let's go. And that's it. That's it. The next step is to start a new career, which is gonna happen over on the other channel tomorrow. So go on over there and let me just put my face back on screen. There you go. Go on over there and subscribe if you want more frequent football manager videos. If you just want to hang out and keep doing the ASMR thing, I'll be back next week with more ASMR content. I'll be back over the weekend, I think, with your regular scheduled programming. I know there's the Halloween Havoc PLE on Saturday night, so I think I'm gonna watch that and maybe make a video about that. And then next week we're gonna cover some basketball stuff. We're gonna cover some. I've got all the videos planned for next week, but it's all out of my brain right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, this first look at the manager creator from Football Manager 26. And I'm gonna go and not sleep for like 3 days straight so I can play this game. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.